in government trying to. So she's a broker. She's not an investor. Most of the people you're seeing around are just our brokers.
Carry on, team.
Yeah, because you see, when he talks about being a power broker, you know, this has been a very sensitive issue, this coffee bean, and some of this coffee deal, and some of us, we have not been at par with it because we know. For once, I was working with some Koreans from South Korea, I think 2017, and we had almost 1,200 acres of coffee plantations in Koboko. Now that was the Korean variety. It was a crossbreed between the Korean and then Ugandan variety. But there are trees that grow up to this length maximum. But per stem you would be able to fetch up to 15 kilos compared to ours, which was around 7 to 10. So when the Korean tried to, you know, the Korean Association sent their delegation this way, and we even interested. Actually, we even went up to OWC. We went to UCDA. We met them. We interested them with the idea. We even, I think, met, by then it was Sempija was the Minister of Agriculture. We met him. And we met, by then it was Honorable Dr. Okasai, was the Director of Crop Production in Ministry of Agriculture. So when we interested them with the variety that was coming up, of course it was a very good variety, but then we don't know, the technicalities in some of these ministries, and then the bureaucracy. So eventually the investor who had invested in his own personal money got frustrated.
And quit.
Yeah, and quit. But then I think we were really trying to revive it back here in Kapchora. We're trying to see, because the other time in Koboko we're trying to see how the climate can favor the production of coffee the other side. It was very good. So in Kapchora there is currently a project ongoing. I think 200 acres or so. So anytime from now it will be ongoing. So some of these things are what benefit the communities on the ground. Now, if you come and monopolize on how you should handle coffee as a deal, or coffee
without engaging the stakeholders, the growers.
Now, you see, last time it was even very bad for the Minister of Finance to come out and say that he didn't need the involvement of the Minister of Agriculture in this matter. These are technocrats. These are people who know. They consult people who are in their ministries, and then they're the ones that come and guide you on how you handle this. You don't come and sit as a Minister of Finance, and then you say you're the one who should plan for the economy. And you don't want the other components to respond. It's like a vehicle. You're saying that I am the engine. Put engine oil, I move.
How would it move without tires?
Without coolant in the radiator, how will it move?
The reputation, before we take a break, of where does this leave?
No, by the way,
Mr. Kasaija, the PS Ramadhani Govi.
Mr. Honorable Kasaija, in due respect, he's been one person that, through theory and so on, you understand that he's one person that has the best common, interest for the country. But I think the best advice, or rather, I don't know if they will ever take my advice, but I'm going to put it there for them, is that he should go slow on how he handles and responds to some of these shoddy deals. Because I remember one member of parliament came out and said he has witnessed ministers literally going to Luzira. So it is not different. If you are playing around with taxpayers' money, of course the people that are responsible for these taxes will come out and handle you. And you see, the president is one person you don't lie. You can lie him right now. He signs, because the president is he buys into the idea and says, okay, if this is going to elevate the economy, and Ngobi being the new PS, and also with the brilliance in him, appends and says the seconds, because maybe possibly some pressure from other
the
parties.
Auditor General also okays it.
Okays. So the president eventually says, okay, I think this is a good idea, as long as the projections you have put there are going to come out and effect, or rather bring something.
I mean, so that where are the advisors on the economy? Does the president have advisors?
Yeah, he has presidential advisors on the economy, but I don't think they.
Well, are they always also
no,
involved?
You see,
before you ascend to such,
the fact
does he engage them?
The fact that Minister of Finance didn't consider mother ministry as Minister of Agriculture, which is the main advisor in anything regarding agricultural input in the country. And then also didn't consider other stakeholders like the Bugisu Cooperative Union, the Chagalani Coffee Authority, these other, coffee who have been the main key, partners and players in anything to do with coffee in the country. That was very bad for the economy. Now, you don't bring someone who's competence is already questionable.
But
We're now analyzing politics, I think, and
yeah,
economy.
but to
So
counter
you don't bring someone whose competence is already being questionable because one, the first project that he was given to her and money was already dispatched, 400 and something billion was first given in, and then the whole cost of the
Kasaija
project.
came and also gave an explanation in
Yes.
her defense, you remember?
Yes, so
He
the
explained to
whole
why that project stalled.
you see, these are all things that lead to your, to your conception.
You want to say something?
in
Say it before we go
reference
for a break.
Or at a team, he said the real investors are frustrated, like his, and it's good he gave the examples. Now, the people who can sail through in this country are the brokers, and this is the image of the country. You're beginning to see it even in the business sense because it's beginning to affect the court. We saw a serious business deal. At first, we had one of Amis Chigundu. Last week, we saw one of Patrick Vita, whereby now the real investors are going to run away from the Uganda economy. Because when you bring money in our economy, these people will beat you using fictitious tricks.
It is not safe. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. It's not safe for an investor.